This is an update on Hurricane Isaac. Yes, Isaac is now finally a hurricane after all this time, after all these updates. 75 mile per hour winds, pressure down to 975 millibars. Let's take a look at the infrared satellite picture. Satellite picture showing Isaac finally getting away from wind shear. Wind shear is lightening up. Also, we can start seeing a center forming. However, it's pretty much almost on shore at this point. So you can see it's much more symmetrical, but it's a little too late for Isaac. Take a look at the water vapor. You can see the dry air has pretty much stopped circling and entraining in. So that's some better news for the hurricane. Worse news for New Orleans. We also have the visible satellite picture showing the storm really starting to wind up as it moves on shore. Let's take a look at the New Orleans radar right now. New Orleans radar shows the spiraling bands. Take a look at all the spiraling bands moving in. You can see an actual center of circulation moving in. And that, you don't see any really secure, tight eye, but you see a very strong center. You see these oranges and yellows on the radar signifying there the strongest part of the hurricane is now moving on shore. This storm is not expected to strengthen much more. Intensity model brings it up to about 70 knots, which is 75 miles per hour, which is where it's pretty much at right now. If we go back to the radar, you can actually see there's some damage reports coming in just east of New Orleans along the shore of the Florida Panhandle over to Mississippi, Alabama. No damage reported yet in New Orleans. There's a tornado watch box issued for New Orleans as well. Let's go back to, we're going to take a look at the, we don't need to look at wind shear right now because it's lightening up. The track brings it up into the Mississippi River Valley and up into the Ohio Valley. It's going to move just southwest to New Orleans here. There's going to be a lot of water piling up, but their levee system should be able to handle it. Now let's take a look at the current watches and warnings. New Orleans is under hurricane warning, as well as southeast Louisiana, Mississippi, as well as Alabama. And the last thing I want to go over is the extended spaghetti models up into the Ohio Valley and then eventually bending up into the northeast. Models have shifted a little bit further north and west with this, but areas such as New York, Pennsylvania, the Ohio Valley, still need to keep a close watch as this interacts with a front that's coming down that's moving very slow. So Isaac, this Labor Day, could be putting a damper on things up in the northeast in the Ohio Valley, where anywhere, as you can see on the models here, let's take a look at the model, anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain, 5 to 7 inches of rain, not out of the question, possibly locally higher amounts, isolated amounts up to a foot of rain. So that being said, Isaac is a minimal Category 1 hurricane, so New Orleans should be able to handle this. However, it's going to be a major inconvenience for some people. I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar from meteomark.com. You can view this video on my website at meteomark.com or my YouTube page.